Today we're looking at underrated Magic the Gathering cards for less than 25 cents. All right, so get your budget on. I'm going to start off with Zathrid Necromancer. It's a black 2 generic 2/2 human wizard. And it makes zombies, but hold off, you don't need it in a zombie deck, you just need it in a humans deck. Whenever I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Zathrid Necromancer, or another human creature you control dies. You know, this sort of die. Create a tapped 2/2 black zombie creature token. Now that's value. So no matter what, if this thing leaves the battlefield, you're going to get a zombie. But if your other humans leave the battlefield, you still get zombies. So you're afraid of the sweepers, the supreme verdicts, the wrath of gods? Well, don't worry. You're going to at least have something left on the battlefield over here.
The Magic 2014 version is worth $26 cents.
No, but no. We're gonna go with the lowest one. The lowest one here. Can we even see it? The Commander 2020 version is .13. Come on. Yeah, don't be screwing around over here. Don't lead people astray. All right, my next one. Ether Spouts. It's a blue 3 generic instant. For each attacking creature, its owner puts it on the top or bottom of their library. For the tokens, that's instant death, because they can't leave the battlefield. If they leave the battlefield, they're just gone. They go poof, disappear. And it's also backbreaking for people's draws. It's so I mean, you're hoping to draw something new. It's bad for the graveyard decks. I mean, if they had creatures that trigger upon being in the graveyard, have abilities in the graveyard, well, I'm sorry. You're in the library now. Well, good luck doing anything over there. Not a lot of creatures have abilities while being in the library. Very, very few. I guess just Panglacial Worm. It's a very short list of cards, I will say. What is a Zathrid? We don't know. Henrik with Master of Ethereum. It's not indestructible. How does it work? Oh, this is the other guy. It's a blue 2 generic Vidalcan wizard. Power and toughness are each equal to the number of artifacts you control. So it can get big.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that can get pretty big.
Why don't you play this?
Because I'm not an artifact deck. What are you? I have Chalice of the Void and Ether Vial. Like, that's the extent of all I've got. Sometimes, no, that's it. Okay, sometimes
and it's a lord for other artifact creatures.
It's a lord for other artifact creatures you control. Get +1/+1. Maybe it should get plus star equal to whatever the hell its star is.
This is pretty new, actually.
No, it is not. It's an old card from Shards of Alara.
Oh,
get out of here. It's a very, very, very old card. It's ancient. It was in the Affinity decks before Affinity became super dangerous. Back in the day when Affinity was budget. Man, people don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. There was a time in Modern, Affinity was like the budget deck people bought, and then it ended up being so good, so premium, that all the cards exploded in price.
I guess you could make a pretty good deck from this thing.
Yeah, it's called Affinity. That's exactly what it is. It's called Affinity.
I've never seen this in an actual film.
Okay, Myra the Magnificent from S. Lee. We got a red, blue, 2 generic 2/4 human performer. Okay, it's not Acorn. This is an actual card. And whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand, open an attraction. Oh, God. What is this? I don't know what these cards do. I don't know how powerful that opening an attraction is. Then pay X, tap, exile target instant or sorcery card with mana value X from your graveyard, and choose an attraction you control that doesn't have a midway counter on it. What the hell does that mean? Put a midway counter on it. When you visit that attraction, copy the exiled spell. You may cast the copy without paying its mana cost. Anyway, I don't know. I can't even judge if this is underrated.
Sounds like there's like an actual board game that comes with these cards.
Yeah, it's part of a board game. And then move it. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Move directly to community chest. Or move directly to attraction. Pick up an attraction card.
Yeah, exactly.
You get 5 mana. Congratulate. Bank error in your favor. Add 5 mana to your mana pool.
You won the beauty contest.
Yeah. Okay. Richard Smith. Show lands are very underrated. Give me a name. We can't work. I don't know what the show lands are. Proxy Black Lotus could be found for 25 cents, but it wouldn't be legal anywhere.
Anyway.
Henrik already got one. You gotta spread the love around here. Richard Smith. What do we have? Shards. Yeah, Shards of Alara is ancient. Port Town. Okay, so you're telling me them old lands. Excellent value cards for budget 2-color decks, in my humble opinion. They're not bad. So these are the dual lands. You can't fetch them out. As Port Town enters the battlefield, you may reveal a plains or island card from your hand. If you don't, it comes into play tapped. So the deal is, if you have enough islands and plains in your deck, then this thing comes into play untapped. The downside is if you want to play with a lot of non-basic lands, this card gets worse. So you have to have some... Or you can play with I guess you can play with non-basics that are like dual lands. You can show them a shock land, a tri-land. That actually works. These are really, really, really good. So if you need a mana base with more dual lands in them for mana fixing, I agree. Where are these originally from? They're originally from Shadows over Innistrad. I can't remember the cute name that they gave these things. Yeah, whatever. Great idea. Reassembling Skeleton. From I Am No One. This card's terrible. It's just 2 mana for a 1/1. Return a Reassembling Skeleton from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Is it really that good?
Yeah.
But actually, do you know what? The price is pretty high. It's like 22 cents. A lot of people like their skeleton. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this card is good. Is it like good for sacking fodder? I'm missing something here on this Reassembling Skeleton tech. I just don't know. Redco says attractions are in a separate attraction deck that's shuffled. When you open an attraction, you put the top card onto the battlefield. Oh, wow. Okay, it's amazing for the sack decks. I guess so. Okay, you know what? I take it back. Maybe it is an underrated card. It's like more expensive. It's been reprinted a million times, and it's more expensive than most of the cards we've already mentioned on this list. 24 cents. It's holding steady at that 24-cent range. People love their Reassembling Skeleton.
Someone said OG 1998 Charizard.
That is not 25 cents. You mean if we go back in time? I think even if we go back in time, Charizard was never 25 cents. Lion Tamer. Boon of Safety. A white instant. Put a shield counter on target creature. Ah! You can make it basically indestructible for that 1 turn. Scry 1. It's basically a 1 mana counter spell for anything that targets your creatures. Stanel, Mortis Strider. Such card even exist? Is any Mortis in this deck? Vigor Mortis, Mortis Dogs. Not a Strider. How many Striders are in this game? A lot of you've mixed up two cards into one. Okay, moving on. Okay, Snag. I hear several people say Snag. Oh, the Snag! Alright, from Prophecy. It's a green 3 generic instant. You may discard a forest card from your hand instead of paying Snag's mana cost. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt by unblocked creatures this turn. Okay, it's Fog. But you get to kill the things that you block. That is fascinating. And all you have to do, and the discard part is great. You just dump a stupid land. They're not even going to see it coming. It's like, I'm tapped out. I can't do anything. I'm the dumb green deck. What could I possibly do for free, right? And then all of a sudden, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to unblocked creatures this turn. So I make all the good blocks, kill all your stuff. I take no damage. That is a huge win for me. A huge loss for them. We got Robert with the super chat. Good morning. Slaughter Singer. What about it? Is criminally underrated and goes great in Pioneer with Skrelv's Hive and Plague Nurse. Oh, we got the Slaughter Singer. White-green 2/2. Grizzly Bear. Phyrexian Cleric. Toxic 2. Players dealt damage by this creature also get 2 poison counters. You get a 2-for-1 in there.
Is this like Elish Norn's child?
Yeah, that was what I was thinking. It sort of looks like Elish Norn.
Babby.
That birth must have been very painful.
Yeah, I was just saying, it means you can reproduce.
Trying to get that helmet through. Is it a hat, Jacob? Is Jacob around? Is that a hat? Is Elish Norn's, I don't even know how to describe this thing. Or is it just part of their skull? Okay, whenever another creature you control with toxic attacks, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. So it gets bigger. But the toxic doesn't change. Alright. But that is like a Delver. I mean, if you... So it's like a 10-turn clock. Sorry, it's like a 5-turn clock with Toxic 2, which means... What is 20 divided by 5? 4. So it's like a 4-power creature, essentially, for 2 mana. That's how you can actually interpret this thing. I didn't ask you, Siri. Siri gotta shut it, in my opinion. Phyrexians are not wearing hats. Alright, the Hat Master has spoken. Slap it with Young Wolf.
The OG.
Well, I don't know, but wait, you mean the very first wolf? I don't think so. Might have been the very first wolf. This is very expensive, but I'll assume that in very damaged condition, this could be 25 cents. So otherwise, it's like 50 cents. We got a green 1/1 wolf with Undying. So it die, it come back. And it come back bigger, by the way. How is it that when it dies, it's a bigger creature? That doesn't make any sense. I'm back and I'm stronger than ever. But you died. So I guess whatever doesn't... So whatever does kill you makes you stronger. Whatever doesn't kill you keeps you weaker. As far as I'm concerned. Next up, we got Zach with the Honorable Passage. Is that the land? Oh, no, not at all. Okay, it's a white... 1 generic instant. The next time a sorcery of your choice would deal damage to target creature or player this turn, prevent that damage. And then if damage from a red source is prevented this way, Honorable Passage deals damage equal to the damage prevented this way to the source's controller. Right back at them burn players. Smack them right back in the face.
It's modern legal.
It is modern legal. My brother loves the cards that are modern legal because in theory maybe I could play them.
Yeah.
Even though it's completely off color and it's no synergy with the deck at all. Maybe I'll play it. Is Sol Ring under 25 cents? That is not an underrated card, however. Sol Ring is very, I wouldn't say it's overrated, not underrated. Alex, Bone Crusher Giant. Really? Have we gone under 25 cents? Yeah, if it's been through the dryer, yes. Okay, we got a red 2 generic 4/3 giant. That's insane that this card is so cheap. I remember this card was like $5 at one. I think it was $5 at one point in Canadian, which is like $2.50 in American. Red 1 generic stomp. Damage can't be prevented this turn. Deals 2 damage to any target. And, of course, it's a 4/3 creature, but with the stupid ability. When it becomes the target of a spell or ability, deals 2 damage to that spell's controller. So you come at the Bone Crusher Giant, you get slapped!
I want to go back to the metagame where this guy was hot. That was a fun time to play Magic.
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone now. Yeah, ban everything until Bone Crusher Giant becomes good. That's basically what my brother's just saying. Platonic Liquid! Jura Ageless Innovator. Jura, Ageless, and Innovating. We got a red-blue for a 2/3 Human Artificer. Tap, put 2 Ingenuity counters on Jura, Ageless Innovator. Then you may put an artifact card with mana value X or less from your hand onto the battlefield, where X is the number of Ingenuity counters on Jura. It's 2! So they're not BSing around here. A lot of cards like this is like put 1, and it's a really slow thing, but it's 2, so it stacks really quickly. So you can put a 2-drop in play, you can put a 4-drop, then a 6-drop. This stacks insanely fast. Great for the artifact deck. You could put the 1 ring right in play. You could put, what is that card? There's that 6-mana artifact, swaps life totals. You might like that card. It's like tap, swap life totals with summon. You have to activate it during the upkeep, though. Is Bone Crusher Giant underrated? It is now, because that doesn't see any play.
It's gone.
What does it kill? Bone Crusher Giant, what do you kill these days? You probably still do something. People have just... It's got no home. People gotta try harder. The irony that people super chatting could buy 8 of what they are suggesting. Exactly. It's quite the show. Yeah, Mirror Universe is the life swap card. What a wild card. Elvish Piper. Is under $2? Not too expensive. Too expensive for the show. Suggest on another show.
Eater of Days. See how much that is.
Eater of Days? Okay, my brother is gonna suggest a card.
Ah, it's too expensive.
You know, if it came from the dryer, if it went through the wash.
I think everybody's sleeping on this card.
4 mana, 9/8 flying trample. It comes into play. You skip your next 2 turns.
Can't you dress down that though?
Yes, you could actually. You could dress down and then play Eater of Days. Yeah, that would work. You could also stifle it. You could do a lot of stuff. My brother's suggestion: Eater of Days. Anyone want to pick him up on that suggestion?
If you win a GP, I get 50%.
Oh, I thought you were gonna offer them something. If you win a GP, I'll give you $1,000 or something.
No. They have to.
It's an open challenge.
Because I invented the deck.
My brothers, make a deck with Eater of Days. I've invented it. I take full credit. Anyone makes a deck with Eater of Days, that's my deck. Yeah, some people feel that way about decks these days. Penny Dreadful or Pauper stream. If it had protection from everything, maybe it would work. There we go. That's the bar we have to set ourselves for. Josh Karen, how about The Birth of Meletus? The Birth of Meletus says white, 1 generic. It's a saga. Chapter 1, search your library for a basic plains card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle your library. Not bad. Chapter 2, create a 0/4 colorless wall artifact creature token with defender. I think that stinks. Chapter 3, you gain 2 life. This thing's 18 cents? Well, you like it, so okay. That's good enough. That is good enough for me. That's good enough for me. Adrian. Scathe Zombies. It's a black 2 generic 2/2. This card sucks. Why is it so much money? There's a 30th anniversary one for $30. I guess it's just really OG or something. I don't know. Okay, Lion Tamer. Mana Prison. When paired with combo of Basalt Obelisk and Rings of... Mana Prison doesn't exist. Oh, Prism. Mana Prism. We got 3 mana, tap, add a mana to our mana pool. Pay 1, tap, add 1 mana of any color mana pool. Alright, we got some good fixing for 18 cents over there. Next super chat. Oh, I like this one from Abe. We got Redirect. Was my favorite card when I started MTG. I can relate. My favorite was Misdirection. Blue instant. You may choose new targets for target spell. It's a very unique effect, right? I come at you with this card. No. I get to choose where this thing goes now. It's going after you, or your creatures, or your artifacts, or your planeswalker. And actually, this is actually really powerful. You choose new targets for target spell. So if a spell has multiple targets, you get to redirect the whole thing. The card's broken. Well, broken is a very strong word. No, the card barely sees play, but it's great, and it's fun. It's a fun one. Red Blue Elemental Blast. Everyone plays that card. Those things are really broken. Bulky with Dejin. Illuminatus. Enjoy Infinite Guise with a Pact of the Titan. Huh? Okay. Is it hybrids? 5 generic for 3/5 flying Dejin. Each instant and sorcery spell you cast has replicate. Replicate cost is equal to its mana cost. So you can just infinite pact is what you're telling me? What does Pact of the Titan do? So you can make 1,000,000 Pact of the Titans. But you're gonna die. Yeah, you can Pact of the Titan for 0 mana. Get a 4/4 giant. You better have a lot of mana pay for those pacts, or you're gonna be dead next turn. Isn't it Jin without the you know what? I'm gonna pronounce it how I want to pronounce it around here. Pasters fan forever. Spore Frog. I think this is an overrated card for 25 cents. Green 1/1 sack it, prevent all combat damage that be dealt this turn.
Excellent.
This seems to be like in the starter pack of every like green commander player's deck, or even just green beginners as well. This can prevent all the damage from my opponent's creatures, all of them. That's powerful, and it's 1 mana, and it's a frog. It's basically pack all that value into one. How could they do that? This is gonna get banned soon. Jins are all guys because they have the D. The Jin. Well, I'm supposed to. Or the well, whatever.
Mausoleum.
Rough. Wild Growth. Oh, you know what? That's a card that's a little outside the legality of a lot of competitive formats. Doesn't even see play in Modern because it's just old. It's a green enchant land. Whenever enchant land is tapped for mana, its controller adds an additional green. So it's like Utopia Sprawl, effectively. But it's another copy. But it's very good. And if you pair that up with like Arbor Elf or anything that untaps certain lands, then you just get more mana. So I like that suggestion. I like that a lot. And actually in Dominaria Remastered, it got reprinted to 17 cents. So actually now it's eligible for this show. Next super chat, we've got Alejandro. Mercurial Chemister. Mercurial the Chemist. It's got some cannon on its back.
Looks like Tim Curry.
I sorta see it. Whatever. We got red, blue, 3 generic, 2/3 human wizard. Draw 2 cards for a blue and tap it? That's insane. Red, tap, discard a card. The Chemister deals damage to target creature equal to the discarded card's converted mana cost. But draw 2 cards! I think that's wild. Anyway, okay. I like that card. Yeah, I like it. A little expensive on the 5 mana side, but if no one touches it, it's like a weird thing that people want to destroy anyway. Do they really want to waste their removal on the stupid thing that draws 2 cards?
I would.
Zachary, Frantic Search. I would say this is not an underrated card. It is cheap though. This is a very this is banned for crying out loud. Look at that reputation. Banned in Pauper, banned in Legacy.
So this was the
too strong.
This was the blue faceless Louis?
I guess so. Salam with Moon Circuit Hacker. Maybe this could see more play somewhere else. Yeah, this does see play in, Pauper? But probably could see play outside of that. I mean, it's only it's a 2 mana 2/1 with ninjutsu for a single blue. Return a creature back to your hand, and when it deals damage, you draw a card, otherwise you loot. Probably could see a lot more play. Jess asks, do you hear my brother? No, my brother's not here, you're just hearing things. My brother's not here.
I haven't been here in a long time.
I still don't get how Moon Circuit Hacker got buffed in Arena. Did it? What happened here? When it deals combat damage to a player, scry 2, then draw a card. Discard a card unless Moon Circuit Hacker entered the battlefield this turn. That is disgusting. Holy crap. We gotta play more Moon Circuit Hackers around here. That's wild. If only they could do that to the real or to the regular cards. Yeah, the Alchemy version is just completely broken. Oh man, that's too strong.
Pretty good.
Stanel with Assemble the Legion. We're gonna assemble something. Oh, this card! The white-red 3 generic enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a muster counter on Assemble the Legion. Then you put a 1/1 red and white soldier creature token with haste for each muster counter on Assemble the Legion. This is like positive accumulative upkeep the first time on a card. It wasn't even broken. So like they should print more cards like this. So it's like positive cumulative upkeep. You put a cumulative upkeep counter on this thing, and then you get like a benefit, and then it just keeps rolling. So you get one you get 1/1/1, then you get 2 of them, then you get 3, then 4, then 5, and it just keeps going. It's exponential. It's compound interest, people. That's how it works around here. This it is a good card. It just ended up flopping in Constructed. That's all. Memfaxo. Hey babe, I'm so glad I'm able to be here for a brother stream. When is he going to show his feet?
I got this huge open wound on my big toe right now, if you want to see that.
That is disgusting. But yeah, it would be more gore than porn, if anything. Okay, next super chat. You didn't actually have a card suggestion, so we'll donate it to the crowd. We'll give it to Tura. Legions to Ashes. Okay, we got a black-white 1 generic sorcery, exile target, non-land permanent, and opponent controls with, and all tokens that player controls with the same name as that permanent. I was thinking about suggesting a card like there was Legion's Loyalist. Is it Legion's Loyalist or Legion's End? I think it was called.
Those are both cards.
But
yes.
the problem was, I didn't think it was an underrated card because it can only kill things with CMC 2 or less. But this one just hits anything. That's a good card. It's a good card for nailing them tokens. Them tokens go bye-bye. Esley with Eater of Days plus Beamtown Bullies.
There's a combo there, maybe.
Yeah, there's your combo.
Let's see.
But you want Beamtown Bullies? How does that work with Beamtown Bullies? Hold on, I guess you put into play under someone else's control. So the thing is, with the Beamtown Bullies, it's target opponent whose turn it is puts target non-legendary creature card from your graveyard onto the battlefield. So the idea is,
so they lose 2 turns.
Yes, that's right.
It's not modern legal.
No, it's not. It's not modern legal. That soured my brother significantly right there. But it's legacy legal. It has no shot of seeing play in legacy, but whatever.
You never know.
Quentin Tarantino's in the house. Do you think my brother sounds like Quentin Tarantino?
No, the guy that wants to see the feet.
Oh, okay. Do we have any cards here, people? Good morning. Good morning. Unholy Heat is an incredibly overrated. No, I wouldn't say it's overrated. It's an accurately overrated card. Richard with Baird. Argivian Recruiter. Okay, we got a red-white 2/2 human soldier at the beginning of your end step. If you control a creature with power greater than its base power, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. Amass that army 1 token at a time.
2 cents.
Hold on, at the beginning of your end step. Oh, too bad it wasn't every end step. Then that could be broken, maybe. Abu Jafar. Chronicles says you a little Ted. I'm familiar with the card. You want the Chronicles one? Yeah, the Chronicles one is the one that's 22 cents. The old cheapo. Okay, white. Summon Leper. If a Abu Jafar is put into a graveyard from play during combat, bury all creatures blocking or blocked by Abu Jafar. This is the Spore Frog of white. You know what? It's a good blocker, though. I mean, I'll admit, like, I'm not going to attack the person who has Abu Jafar out because I don't want to lose my creature.
Disney should sue them.
Yeah, like Disney sues everybody. I don't. Are they a big suing company?
Oh, they love to sue people.
I know Mattel is a big suing company. You have the word Barbie anywhere, you're getting sued. You're gonna hear from our lawyers. All the big companies like to sue people. I just don't remember if Disney's one of them. Yeah, Disney likes to sue. No, Mattel likes to sue. Probably Hasbro likes to sue. Whatever.
We saw their lawsuits in that list.
Henrik with Storm Chaser Drake.
But before we get to Storm Chaser Drake.
No, we're gonna get to Storm Chaser Drake. I thought there was a different picture for this. Oh, I must be thinking of a completely different card. Okay, blue 1 generic 2/1 Drake flying. When it becomes the target of a spell you control, you draw a card. That's pretty neat. Unfortunately, you're gonna probably have to fill your deck up with garbage, but well, actually, I don't know. Maybe there's some useful utility cards with several modes that you can target this thing and get value. What's great is like people can't even interact with this. So if you target your Storm Chaser Drake with something, and your opponent tries to kill the Storm Chaser Drake in response, well, you still got the trigger. Like you're still gonna draw a card. It doesn't say if Storm Chaser Drake is still on the battlefield. If it dies, whatever. Nintendo's middle name is Sue. I thought it's like copyright strike and copyright takedown. I don't know how big they are on suing, but they probably sue people too. They sent that Bowser guy to jail. Or is it his last name is Bowser?
Yes, his last name was Bowser.
His last name was Bowser. Spent Bowser to jail and
pay like $3 million.
Yeah, over the rest of his life, something to that effect. Okay, well, we're gonna look at more underrated cards for 25 cents, but you know where to get them 25-cent cards. You get them from FusionGamingOnline.com. Ooh, the Fusion Open at September 9th to 2023. If you live in Winnipeg,
we'll see
or you're
you there.
Near Winnipeg, Minneapolis is, it's a nice, brisk 8-hour drive. come over to Winnipeg and play the Fusion Open. There's going to be Modern, there's going to be Pioneer, there's going to be Legacy, and even Commander.
Probably free water and mints, too.
No, that is not guaranteed. I do not speak for my brother. And people start showing up. Where are the mints? I heard there's mints. Well, we heard it from your sponsored live stream. Anyway, deal of the week this week. Save 15% off all the list singles. Probably some of those cards are 25 cents too. And if you want to get even cheaper than that, use coupon code Nikachu at checkout to get 5% off all your purchases. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place for renting Magic cards online. That is where I rent all my cards to innovate, the deck. I don't want to buy cards to find out that they suck. No, I want to rent them, make sure that they work. Then I buy the cards. So my greatest hack, really, is renting cards online, and then when I know they work, then I buy them in paper. And you can also use that same tech by renting using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 10% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu_73V. Okay, back to 2 Cent World. Remember, if you win with Eater of Days, Nika Bro has a prize for you. No, the prize. No, he specifically said he wants 50% of the profits.
Yeah, tournament winnings.
Yeah. Otherwise, he'll sue you. Speaking of, give me my money. I told you I made that deck. Yeah. Anyway, okay. Moving on with the super chats, we got Platonic Liquid with Springleaf Avenger. 6/5 at minimum 4. Not bad. Springleaf Avenger. Okay, we have 5 mana, 6/5. Oh, with Ninjutsu for 4 mana. We got the green ninja. It's like the green Power Ranger. Whenever Springleaf Avenger deals combat damage to a player, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. And has value. I like it.
Green Power Ranger died.
Did he?
He killed himself.
Oh, God. Alright, well. Alright. R.I.P. Green Ranger. Alright, we got next. The Feet is his prize. I doubt it. Okay, Giordano, Whirlwind Denial. We got a blue 2 generic instant. For each spell and ability your opponent controls, counter it unless its controller pays for. Whoa! That is absolutely insane. Oh, okay, so, like, if there's a lot of so this is a really good card if a bunch of stuff is on the stack.
Storm.
Storm, or also just if a lot of people have this big war in general with doing this while you, in response, do this, and you're like, no, no, and no. It's a very fitting flavor text. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no to that. You get a no. You get a no. Everyone gets a no. You've all tapped out, you fools. You're gonna have to pay. No one can pay that for. Yeah, goodbye, Grape Shot. Honestly, Storm decks have like a lot of mana. Like they'll have. Well, I don't know if they'll pay 4 for each.
No.
Each Grape Shot, but whatever.
Not possible.
Redco. What you got us for us, Redco? Reprobation.
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 You reprobate.
I get so much flack in the comment section that I can't pronounce anything. Okay, we got a white 1 generic aura, enchant creature. Enchanted creature loses all abilities and is a coward creature with base power and toughness 0/1. I can't believe that's like a real thing. Yeah, they made cowards and heroes. Cowards and soul. I can't remember. There's something opposite to cowards. It keeps all super types but loses all types and creature effect.
Can you use this on Emrakul?
No, she has protection from colored spells. Oh, I mean, it depends on the Emrakul. There are some Emrakuls you could put this on.
Turn it into a coward.
You're a coward, Emrakul. Cowardly Eldrazi. There was a time all Craven Beasts cowered before Absence Divine. So it's like removal. I like it. Great removal spell. Cowards can't block. Warriors was the opposite one. Yeah. That's the thing. Cowards can't block warriors. All shapeshifters are cowards. That's true. How does that work? The shapeshifters are cowards. So does that mean they're not allowed to block anything? Someone tries to block with their shapeshifter. Oh, I'm sorry, that's a coward. And they're like, well, what does that mean? That means you can't block warriors. So hold on, if I have a warrior deck and I'm up against shapeshifters, does that mean Like, what's the rule on this? Or is coward not like a creature type? I can't remember.
Wouldn't Mutavault be
It's
a coward?
a coward creature. So all creatures with changeling are cowards, not all all creatures with changeling are cowards, not all shapeshifters. Okay, that's fine. So also all changelings cannot block warriors is what you're telling me. Like, how are you supposed to know that? Let's say you show up to a tournament with your changeling deck and someone's attacking with some warrior. Okay, coward is just a creature type. There is a card that says cowards can't. Oh, so you need to have the ability that cowards can't block warriors. Anyway, I don't play with cowards or warriors, so I don't know. Okay, you need the certain creature that does the effect.
So that's why you stopped inviting Andy to your Friday Night Magic games?
No. Okay, we got reunion. Reunion. Phylactery Lich? Is it Lich or Leech?
Lich.
Phylactery Lich. Triple black zombie. It's a 5/5. Enters the battlefield, put a phylactery counter on an artifact you control. When you control no permanents with phylactery counters on them, sacrifice Phylactery Lich. Interesting. I like it. It's big and beefy. Better have that artifact out there, people, and you sit and you hold on to it with your life. Because when that artifact goes, so does your Lich. Oh, I do play a coward. That's right, I play Mutavault. The coward! You're a coward, Mutavault. Yeah, you're pathetic. Oh, apparently Kargan Intimidator has it too? Oh, wow. Toilet Duck. Brago's representative. What is this, manager? White 2 generic 1 for human advisor. While voting, you get an additional vote. Vote deeply! Or vote flying. Who are you? Who's voting flying or deeply? 2024.
That's an AI thing, right?
Yeah. On Fiora, no matter is settled until King Brago offers an opinion. You get an additional vote. Wait a minute, that's broken. That's cheating. It's cheating the election. That is voting fraud. That's not looked very, that's frowned upon in democracy. Where's Palpatine here? Palpatine gets one extra vote. Gets to vote for himself. Brooke! With my Mircool.
Mircool.
Lord of Bones. Mircool, are you related to Emrakul? Anybody? Okay, green, black, white, 4 generic for a 7/5 god. As long as your life total is less than or equal to half your starting life total, Mircool, Lord of Bones has indestructible. That's pretty insane. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you may exile it. If you do create a token that's a copy of that card, except it's an enchantment and loses all other card types, that's broken. This card's wild. So as long as your life total is less than or equal to half your starting life total. Hold on. Is less than or equal? Oh, so you need no. Oh, well, this is for commanders, so they start with 40 life, so they go down to 20. That's pretty good still. And then if anything dies, you basically still get the card, except that it's an enchantment now. Kalantaris, Shrine of Burning Rage, my favorite budget card for burn. Yeah, the artifact that stacks the counters. Now that's a storage card, people. To move your upkeep, or whenever you cast a red spell, put a charge counter on Shrine of Burning Rage. Then pay 3, tap, sack it, and it deals damage equal to the number of the number of counters on it to any target. It's been errated. Oops, I clicked on your thing, so I'll do it. That seems so rude. Mass Bandits! And the rest of the cycle are so cool and limited. But what does that do for us in Constructed? Okay, we got a green, red, black, 3 generic, 5/5 raccoon rogue.
The guy who suggested has a raccoon in his avatar.
Oh, yeah?
And his name is Samurai the Raccoon.
You can barely see the raccoon in the avatar. Is that a hat, Jacob? I think that is a hat. That's for the hat show. It's a 5/5 vigilance with menace. It's got a lot of words on it. Pay 2, exile mass bandits from your hand. Target land gains tap. Add black, red, or green until Mass Bandits is cast. Until Mass Bandits is cast from exile? Oh, you exile it from your hand. Target land. What a weird ability. And you may cast Mass Bandits for as long as it remains exiled. I don't understand this card. It like sort of fixes your mana, but also you pay for it.
There's a raccoon on it.
Yeah, well, yeah, it is a raccoon. There's Steve Cooper. The
right.
Raccoon fam is coming out. The raccoon. What's an R word that describes like, I don't know, a clan of people. We got the fish fam, the spirit squad, the ghost gang. Would be the raccoon ralliers.
Rally, yeah.
I don't know. You get.
Raccoons can also be hats.
The hat coon. Yeah. Don't be telling that around the raccoons. They don't like that. What? We could become hats?
Jimmy Crockett.
Okay, Mulk with Ruined Halo. Oh yeah, white in chat. Enters the battlefield, choose a card name. Your protection from the chosen card name. That's actually great in Commander. So someone put some like gigantic threat on the battlefield. Not me. That's right. You stare at those other two doofuses. Because they don't want I'm Ruined Halo. I Ruined Halo you. It's like the reverse true name Nemesis.
It's more legal.
Jacob Thune with Coral Fighters. Merfolk like hats too, really? Coral Fighters. What the hell does this even do? It's a 2-mana 1/1 Merfolk Soldier. When it attacks and isn't blocked, look at the top card of defending player's library. You may put that card on the bottom of that player's library. Honestly, this is a real crap card.
Not bad.
How is it not bad? It's a 1/1 for 2 mana.
Yeah, but you can mill them.
No, I don't mill them.
You put it on the bottom.
I manipulate the top of their deck. Oh, that's a land. Better keep that one on top, I guess. Maybe.
It's not modern legal.
Red. Arborea in a flash deck, because reasons. And we got a green 2 generic World Enchantment. Creatures can't attack a player who didn't cast a spell and didn't put a card onto the battlefield during his or her last turn. Okay, hold on. Creatures can't attack a player who didn't cast a spell and didn't put a card onto the battlefield during his or her last turn. The last turn. So we have to keep track what we did last turn. Attack a player. Okay, so if I don't play anything, I can't attack. So I have to wait to attack. I have to wait to play something, and then I can attack next turn? Who didn't put a card on the battlefield during his or her last... Yeah, that's so weird. That card is not cheap. Well, according to the internet, it is. It's not on the reserve list. Look, Dominary Remastered. 21 cents? 21 cents, baby! If you think this card was expensive, get all in on that full art or Borea.
Venus Flytrap.
Yeah, it looks like the little shop of horrors went, it's gone global. Yeah, basically play a play a flash deck. I get that was the suggestion. Arborea in the flash deck because of reasons. King Ginger with the Tomb of Horrors. We're going from Little Shop of Horrors to Tomb of Horrors. The Adventurer. Okay, we have blue 5 generic 4/4 Elf Monk. When Tomb of Horrors Adventurer enters the battlefield, you take the initiative. Oh god. That is broken. When you cast your second spell each turn, copy it. If you've completed a dungeon, copy that spell twice. And you may choose new targets for the copies. That is pretty good. That is not bad. You do have to finish the dungeon, but after you finish... And going through a dungeon is actually pretty easy with the initiative cards, so long as you keep churning out them initiative cards. The only problem with the card is it's 6 mana. That's all. But that's the only problem it has. It's okay. GWJ, a Forgotten Ancient. Green 3 generic 0/3 elemental. Whenever a player casts a spell, you may put a counter on Forgotten Ancient. Wait, any player? That's crazy. Okay, at the beginning of your upkeep, you may move any number of counters from Forgotten Ancient onto other creatures. Oh, that's wild. Its blood is life. Its blood is growth. Yeah, its blood moves to other people, too.
It's pretty good.
Song of Creation? From Tommy Siddons. We got the red, blue, green, 1 generic enchantment. You may play lands on addition. Sorry, you may play an additional land on each of your turns. When you cast a spell, draw 2 cards. What? What? That is wild. That is absolutely insane. At the beginning of your end step, discard your hand. Oh God, no! What happened here? But I have a feeling this thing's broken. Because you just basically be empty-handed every turn. So you're gonna draw. You're gonna play so many lands, and you're gonna do so much with this card. She wept, not from perfect understanding, but from serene gratitude. Is the card bad? This card is just bad. I think this card's insane. You guys are wrong. Tommy's right. You're drawing so many cards. So you do need a lot of mana to make good use out of it, but Song of Creation was a card that was used in a standard Thoracle combo. There we go. It already has Thoracle combo, whatever. Way to be broken? I think it's broken by itself. It's only 4 mana. The way you play this spell is you just, it's like the last card you play in your hand, and after that, it'll draw you tons of cards. All right, next up we've got Crowcore Games, Lay Down Arms, not a bad white removal. Lay Down Arms. 1 white sorcery, exile target creature with mana value less than or equal to the number of planes you control. Its controller gains 3 life.
Pretty good.
Mana value less than or equal to. You gotta have a lot of planes out. Get them planes. Be that mono player that you've always wanted to be. Redco, Vanish into Eternity. Really flexible removal. White 2 generic instant. The spell costs 3 more to cast if it targets a creature. But that's the point. Exile target non-land permanent. Okay, so it does quite a bit. So you do late game. It will do. What was your? It's really flexible. Yeah, so it removes anything. But also, you'll only really remove creatures late in the game. But that's probably when you want to start removing the creatures because they get big and dangerous. Big and bad. Stranger Candy with Blight Beetle. Black 1 generic for a 1/1 insect. Pro green! Creatures your opponents control can have +1/+1 counters on them. Oh! Suck it, proliferate players. You can't put counters on them. Can't move anything around. I can't speak for the other card types, but actually this is pretty good. It's a pretty flexible card.
Beats Infinity.
Yeah. Yeah. Walking Ballista would just come into the battlefield and die instantly. When it goes, it's when someone casts Walking Ballista online and it goes straight to the graveyard. Oh no, what have I done? Sputnik, Tear Asunder. Green 1 generic instant. The kicker of a black and 1 generic. Exile target artifact or enchantment. If this spell was kicked, exile target non-land permanent instead. Very good card. I'm surprised this doesn't. Wait a minute, this thing is like $250. Too expensive. Oh, you guys can't see it. Look. It $250. That's too much for this show. Whoops. What have I done? No.
It's fine.
No, it's not fine. I gotta get back into the top right corner. Okay, I'm back. So anyway, too much. This is, yeah, it's getting. Isn't that more than 25 cents? It's way more than 25 cents. Instantly disqualified. Mario Raz with Kami of the Falls Hope. Get all the fog creatures. Oh god. You people and your fog creatures. Okay, the white fog guy. White spore frog. That's all it is. Nothing to see here, people.
Pretty good.
Alphanerd with Goblin.
Wait, it's $1.
Goblin. Is it? Oh, also disqualified. People suggesting cards that are over 25 cents. It could be like a little over 25 cents. You know, it could be like 35, 45 cents. But once you get like, once it's double the price, I think even if it's been through the dryer, it's not going to qualify. Goblin Champion. Oh, I don't even know if this card exists. This came from Modern Horizons. For red, 0/1 haste. Oh, Exalted? Okay, sure. Maybe for the Goblin deck. Spell Shift. Like, in what format? Like, is this card still good? I can't remember. Is this card still good in Modern? They didn't fix it? Or did they ban, like, a key card from your deck? I can't remember. Blue 3 generic instant. Counter target instant or sorcery spell. Its controller reveals cards from the top of his or her library until he or she reveals an instant or sorcery card. The player may play that card without paying its mana cost, then he or she shuffles his or her library. I honestly don't remember the combo. Well, they fixed the combo, or your combo's online. You badgered the whatever, you badgered support enough that they actually listened to you. Okay, hold on. More super chats. Raccoon, long time no chat. Wall of Denial.
Raccoon?
Oh, this thing. The blue-white 1 generic for a 0/8 wall. Defender and flying. With Shroud. Deflecting everything. You've been denied. Says the Wall of Denial.
That's pretty good.
I will admit, like, whenever someone has, like, something like this in play, I just don't even think about attacking them because it just feels like a waste. Like, in order to get in damage, I have to attack with, like, 3 things. They'll obviously block my largest one. I only get the other 2 in. And then the more creatures I have to attack with, the more I'm defenseless, so. Wall of Denial will deny you. I'm trying to see, who did we not get to yet? Did I get one from some today? Peace Talks. We got white, 1 generic sorcery. During this turn and the next one, players cannot declare an attack and cannot play spells or abilities that target a player or permanent. During this turn and the next one, and cannot, players, including you, cannot play spells or abilities that target any permanent or player. But you can still counter spells. It's an interesting one. It's a very unique card. So, like, it really prevents the opponent from attacking if they're the next one to attack. But it's only the next player immediately after you. Calentera says, I've been in a coma since I played Prophecy pre-release in 2000. I think Ristic Study is so underrated, and it can't be more than 25 cents, can it? What is this? What is this, a troll? It's a joke. It's a joke. It's way more than 25. Yeah, oh yeah. Well, I mean, the joke is that back then, Ristic Study was worthless. And, like, all of a sudden, like, it's worth, like, you know, tens of dollars, which is just bizarre.
It's pretty cool.
Okay, next super chat coming from Robert. Calling a professional. Huh? Is that a card? Call in a professional. Oh, it is.
No smiley face though.
We got the pro in the house. The red 2 generic instant. Players can't gain life this turn. I didn't know I needed a pro for that. Damage can't be prevented this turn. Call in a professional, deals 3 damage to any target. Ah, I see. You call in the professional, they'll get the job done. It also should have been uncounterable. I can't. Well, professional, meet your maker. Because a professional should know how to get around the counter spells. Although I will say it's instant speed. Just play at the end. Just play around them counter spells. For the next week, Park Heights smelled of burnt oil, paint, and brimstone. It's absolute chaos in the multiverse. But I guess they can just snap their fingers, make a spell, and then it all just reverses itself. So it's all pointless. Taylord, Sappers in Air. Oh my god. I don't know how to make that card work. I guess you have to put lure on it or something. Okay, it's a weird merfolk. It's a
$2.
It's a... Is it? Oh wow, disqualified. But if it becomes blocked, you draw 3 cards. I think it's cool. I just think it's neat.
Too bad it ain't illegal.
Okay, hold on. So we're gonna... Let's give it to the chat.
Give it to Steve Cooper.
Give it to Ori. You want to give it to Steve Cooper? Okay, I'll give it... I'm giving one... Okay, the first one I'll give it to Ori. Foulmire Knight. Foulmire... I enjoy using it in janky control decks. It's a black 1/1 with that touch. Not bad. Good blocker. With Profane Insight as the adventure card. Black, 2 generic, you draw a card, and you lose 1 life. This seems very underwhelming to me, but sure. Merfolk hats? Was this Merfolk have a hat on it? I don't know. There's like a shell. There were hair pieces in there, as Platonic Liquid say. There was a hair piece. Or is this is a hat? This is definitely a hat card. Card with hat. Does it hat? For the hat stream, we have to like have a bunch of ambiguous cards where maybe it looks like a hat, and we have to basically judge whether it's a hat or not. Okay, hold on. So you want Steve Cooper's? Okay, my brother looking out for you, Steve Cooper. Also likes raccoons.
Looking out for that raccoon avatar.
Yeah. We got Archelos? Yeah, whatever. Lagoon. The Lagoon Mystic.
It's supposed to be a merfolk.
It's not. It's a turtle. Blue, green, black, 1 generic for a 2/4 turtle shaman. As long as Archelos Lagoon Mystic is tapped, other permanents enter the battlefield tapped. Wow! As long as it's untapped, other permanents enter the battlefield untapped. Life is not a race, but life is not a race. Anyway, yes. Neat card.
Some turtles are slow, some aren't.
Huh?
Some turtles are slow, but some aren't.
So basically, if you play this into your deck, you just attack with it every single turn. Or just like play out your cards untapped and attack with it, and then all your opponent's stuff comes into play tapped. Sebastian with Charm Stray. I know this card... Charm Stray. I know the card exists. I've heard of it before.
Did you mean...
White 1/1 with lifelink enters the battlefield. Put a counter on each other creature you control named Charm Stray. Oh, so they combo with each other. Not the most exciting commander card, because they can't have that many Charm Strays. I mean, unless you make a token of it. Make a token of Charm Stray and they just... It's like, Dude, it reminds me of the Nazgul. This is just the Nazgul, but in cat form. Look at all them cats.
Very fluffy.
They're pretty fat for strays. A lot of scraps in that. A lot of scraps in Ravnica. Okay, Platonic Liquid. Dono to Kalantara so they can buy 8 copies. All right, Kalantaras. What was your card? I love the Hat Tribal deck from the Community Cup some years. What the hell is that? Okay, well, you must have suggested some card here. Kalantaras. I don't think it was the what's it called?
Mystic Study.
Yeah, that was a troll. Can I find Kalantaras' suggestion? Kalantaras just been... Okay, Floodplain and the other slow fetches. Ah, yes, of course. Actually, I love these. I thought they were going to reprint them. Let's look at the OG Mirage one. Yeah, there we go. These were the OG fetch lands. These are fetch lands that people forgot even exist. They come into battlefield tapped, that's the downside. But then outside of that, they just act like a fetch land, except you don't pay life. Sacrifice Floodplain, search your library for a plains or island card, and put that land into play. That's it! These are insane, and they're so cheap. They are less than 25 cents. I really highly suggest people get playsets of these cards. If you really want to be playing with fetch lands in Commander, this is the way to do it. And it's not going to slow you down that much in most games. It's going to be okay. So anyway, I have huge thumbs up for the Floodplains. Huge thumbs down if you don't like shuffling your deck, though. So it's a give or take.
I love shuffling the deck.
They're core of the day. They're pretty fat for strays. Yes. Those are chonky. Those are some chonky cats over here. I've seen some scrawnier strays. Let's just say that. So, I have a feeling the people of Ravnica are like, you know, giving their like dinner leftovers, leaving it on their balcony or whatever. See, they're on a balcony. There's got to be a lot of crazy cat ladies in Ravnica. Oh, we're not even close to done. Man, I'm just slow today. Let's listen to some... Nah, I don't like this one. There we go. Gotta go. Okay, we're gonna finish off all the super chats. Ashiok's Eraser. Oops, I did not spell Ashiok's name at all. All right, the blue 2 generic flash enchantment enters the battlefield, exile target spell. Your opponents can't cast spells with the same name as the exiled spell. And when it leaves play, return the exiled card to its owner's hand. So it doesn't go directly onto the stack. So it's an interesting way of dealing with uncounterable cards. And yeah, that's it. It's not that great in Commander. Oh, no, actually, no, maybe it is. Your opponents can't cast spells with the same name. So like if you exile one person's Soul Ring, then other people can't play their Soul Ring. Okay, so it's not that bad. Now we got King Ginger with Rushed Rebirth. That sounds disgusting. Don't rush birth, people. Okay, we got a green, black instant. Choose target creature. When that creature dies this turn, search your library for a creature card with lesser mana value. Put it onto the battlefield, tapped, then shuffle. Choose target creature. When it dies... Oh, so it's like a cascade almost. We're cascading our creature into another creature. That's weird. Never heard of it. Witty Roast Master from Station Disaster. We got a red 2 generic 3/2 Devil Citizen with Alliance. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, Witty Roast Master deals 1 damage to each opponent. I guess you play that into token deck. I don't know if you play... I guess there might be a devil deck in there. Does a devil deck exist? You playing Tybalt into your devil deck? Does anyone know the name of the song? I do! Moving on.
Legend of Zelda.
No. Mario RPG shopping in Seaside Town. Whatever it is. Okay, and our last super chat, we got Alphaner with Finest Hour. Bant 2 generic enchantment with Exalted. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, if it's the first combat phase of the turn, untap that creature after that phase. There's an additional combat phase. That actually is pretty sick. That is a good card. I like it. Finest Hour is a fantastic ability way to not only deal in chunks of damage, you get another one. So you attack with one. Basically, you get double strike, effectively. But if you have anything that triggers upon attacking, then you get double the triggers. We got one more from Crowcore Games. Commander, then they can't cast it from the command zone. Oh, that's interesting. With the whoops, where am I? I'm lost. With Ashok's Eraser, you hit the commander and then they just can't cast the card again. Okay, need extra boost. And then that's it. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you so much for showing up. As usual.
Somebody wanted to know, when's the next Merfolk gameplay? You can find it an hour from now.
Yeah, probably. But if you want to be part of the show that we have every morning, it's Monday to Friday, 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you very much for everybody for your support. Everyone who's a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, and the people who super chat to be part of the show every single morning. And also thanks to everybody who shows up in the morning to make it such a great show. We got Mario. We got Mr. Deadhead, King Ginger, Emil, Red Co, Old Boy, Ori, Stefan, Samrat, Adrian, how many Stefans are there? Oh, I named the same Stefan twice. Reunion, Steve Cooper, Jacob Thune, Samrat, Tetra, Tim Bowman, Crowcore Games, Slavin. Because as usual, without you guys, I'd have no show. So as usual, keep bringing up them coffees, my coffee crew, and we'll keep bringing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you at the next cup.
Eater of Days.